Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Rachel, and today I'll be talking about my winter capsule wardrobe, what worked and what didn't. So I know it's officially spring and no one wants to think about winter clothes anymore, but I feel like I learned a couple of valuable lessons this past winter season and I wanted to share those with you today. Looking back on my fall-winter wardrobe this year, I feel like it was a pretty big fail. And what I mean by that is that I just didn't wear the majority of my wardrobe. So just to quickly break it down, my fall-winter wardrobe had 29 items, 11 tops, 11 sweaters, and then 6 bottoms. And I really felt all winter like I was wearing the same 3 or 4 outfits on repeat. I was completely fine with this. I liked the outfits and they were comfortable and warm, but why do I have such a big wardrobe if I'm just not wearing everything? So just out of curiosity, I broke it down and to see what pieces I actually wore, hopefully to learn from this moving forward. So I said I have 11 sweaters, and when I looked back at the things I was wearing, I was only wearing 3 or 4 of them on a consistent basis. The tops were a little bit better. I had 12 tops this season and I ended up wearing 7 of them pretty consistently, so that's more than half, that's okay. And then my bottoms, I did well on this. I had 6 bottoms and I wore all of them except the skirt. So I wore my 5 pairs of pants on repeat all season, so no worries in that department. So why did my capsule wardrobe fail this past season? I really thought about this and I came up with 2 major factors. And these 2 things I always think about when planning my capsule wardrobe, but we had a big life change recently. We moved back in the fall and I just didn't realize how big of a factor that would be in my wardrobe. So the number one thing I think came into play here was the weather. So we only moved 2 hours north of where we were before, but it is a lot colder here. The winter seemed a lot colder, and specifically our house. So in the city, we were living on the top floor of a building. It was crazy warm all the time. You could be in a t-shirt year-round, no problem. We're living in a little house right now and it's cold. I just found I needed to be wearing layers to stay warm and comfortable this season. So sometimes 2 shirts and a sweater. That was my typical day-to-day attire, and I definitely favored my kind of big bulky sweaters rather than the lighter sweaters. Sometimes if I wore a lighter sweater, I would wear a bigger bulky sweater on top. So I guess just not being used to the weather here, and I guess, yeah, my wardrobe was kind of a city wardrobe, and now going through the winter here, I'll have to tweak it and I'll know better for next year. And I know how I like to dress here as well. So definitely what worked for me this winter was lots of layers, warmth and comfort too. Definitely that was a big thing. The second factor I think that came into play here was lifestyle. I didn't really think that a big moving from a city to a small town would really change my wardrobe, but it did. And another thing I think that had a major impact was work. So I have been working part-time outside the home all winter. It's the first time I've worked outside the home in years, and I do wear a uniform for work. So I think just that fact alone, it kind of cuts my wardrobe needs in half. When I'm at work, I'm wearing a specific set of clothing, and that takes out really 3 days out of the week where I need to have different outfits to wear. I think by wearing a uniform, I kind of need less clothes in my wardrobe. This is something I've never thought of before because I haven't experienced it. I also think our day-to-day life has changed quite a bit in terms of city and small town living. I feel like probably it is impacting my style, but I feel like that's a whole separate video, so I will go into that another time. But definitely I've learned this season that it's really key to keep in mind your lifestyle. What are you doing for home, for work, for your activities? So to wrap it all up, I feel like my winter wardrobe was just way too big for my actual day-to-day lifestyle, my activities and what I'm doing. I definitely learned a couple of really good lessons I will be moving forward into my spring and summer wardrobe, and I just wanted to share with you today because I've been doing capsule wardrobes. I think this is my 5th year. I thought I had it nailed, I thought I had it down, but It just goes to show that life changes, your wardrobe can change. I guess a capsule wardrobe is not you do it once and you have it forever. It's always an ongoing process that you tweak and make it work for you and your lifestyle. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm curious about you. Did your winter wardrobe work for you? Please let me know in the comments down below. And what lessons are you moving forward into spring wardrobe? I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.